Welcome back to another TFT Galaxy podcast, episode 33, Red Cards for Everyone, where we hype press on the news, tactics, and storylines surrounding the club we love, the LA Galaxy. I'm Eric.
I'm Chris.
Welcome back. We had two games.
We did have two games.
Two red cards.
Considering the episode is titled.
Yeah, let's look at the title screen again real quick.
Yeah.
That's great. Look at that. Cosmo just giving red cards to everyone.
Yeah.
Maybe that should be the next fan appreciation day.
Everybody gets a red card.
Everyone gets a red card at the next game. Yeah, let's do it.
Yeah. And when we were talking about these two games, first of all, let's talk about just something soccer specific right now. If someone said you're going to play against both San Jose and Montreal, and you're going to get 4 points from those two games, what would have been your reaction?
I think I would have been okay with the 2 away games. No, one was home.
No, 1-1.
Sorry, because we didn't go.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I'd be okay with it.
If someone said you get 4 points from those two games, one of them being a Cali Classico, I would have been like, yep, sign me up.
Yeah.
But then after both games were played, I think I talked to you. We were messaging each other, and I said, I think we have just set a record. Or we must be close to one. Did we
set a record? I don't know.
The record in question is most consecutive games with somebody sent off.
Let's see if I can see and answer that one.
Obviously, it was the Houston game that Garces got sent off. San Jose game, Sanabria got sent off. We're going to get into that a little more. And then we're also going to get into JT Marcinkowski getting sent off in Montreal.
Well, Chris, breaking news. The Major League Soccer record for the most consecutive games with a red card is 5 matches.
Wow.
A mark set by the Houston Dynamo back in 2009.
Okay.
So we did not set a record. But, hey, good news.
Hey,
we are on our way.
We are on track.
We are on our way.
We are on pace to catch that record. So, Houston, you better be careful. We're coming for you.
We're going to get our way into the record books for this season somehow. I think we found a way to sneak in.
Well, we are the LA Galaxy. We are the most historic club in Major League Soccer. And I think we would like to have every record in the record book. So,
yeah.
In order to have
Galaxy all the way down.
In order to have every record, you need this one. But
so we open up against San Jose with the starting lineup of Yoshida Glesnes, Aude on the left, Miller, Sanabria, Hack, Royce at the center mids, Lozano, Paintsel out wide, and Kyogo up top. And this is the lineup we wanted to see. This is the lineup we called for.
Yeah.
So curious that what changed? Why is Aude starting now? Why did he start Aude?
I can only imagine that there was enough backlash, or he actually decided, I'm sick and tired of watching
Can't
John
be true,
Nelson.
Chris. Can't be true. And the reason that can't be true is because we won this game, and the very next game he started Nelson.
Yeah.
So I don't understand why Aude started in this game. I don't know if anyone asked him. We should look at some. I haven't looked at the post-match things for this, but Glesnes sitting here at a beast 8.4 SOFA score.
Yeah.
Another great game. Marcinkowski, a great game. We haven't talked about him too much, but he's done a really good job this year.
Yeah. And in a lot of the games, he's just been kind of hung out to dry. You know, we don't talk about that a whole lot. I get into it a little bit with one of the goals that we let in Montreal, but yeah, whenever you talk about goalies, it's difficult because everyone always assumes like, oh, you let in a goal, it's the goalie's fault. And it's like, he's just the last one that it has to go by before it's an actual goal.
Sometimes, but not all the time.
Yeah.
I mean, most times it's probably not his fault.
Yeah.
Of course, the position of goalie is to bail your team out. And so you're asking him to bail you out.
Basically. And in this game, he bailed us out quite a bit.
So expected goals, 1.35 for the Galaxy, 2.36 for San Jose. So 7 big chances for San Jose, 2 for the Galaxy.
Yeah.
So
the fact that San Jose had 7 big chances,
7
and 0
big
goals.
chances. I mean, I don't know. That one, this is San Jose. That one from, what's his name? Oh, yeah. Paul Judd right here. That shot. Woo.
Oh, yeah. The one that was in the second half when he was all by himself and skied it.
I mean, it fell right to him. It fell right to him.
Yeah. And then in the first half, Aude actually did his best impression of John Nelson, and on a backwards pass, missed Yoshida, San Jose guy, all the way in by himself, and we got bailed out by Marcinkowski. So that was a big one. Looking at, just thinking about that SOFA score, the fact that he's not in the 8s is kind of low in my opinion.
Marcinkowski?
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought, 7.6.
Nah, for what he did, I think at least an 8.
He did good, but yeah. Aude did not have a great game.
No.
Right? To like basically signal this is my spot, which he could have done. But I think, like I told you earlier in the week, you did see a lot more advanced movement forward passing from Aude, which is what he gives you.
Yes.
And he didn't do worse than Nelson's been doing defensively.
No.
He made some mistakes, but Nelson's been making key mistakes. Speaking of key mistakes, Sanabria is the latest victim to the red card in this game. And it's just silly. Like, these are double yellows where the first yellow should never happen. It's just silly. You could say, oh, it's cruel that he got that first yellow card because he doesn't really do much to get it. But why is he putting his hands on the guy throwing the ball in anyway?
Yeah, it's...
You do stupid stuff, expect to be punished. That was stupid.
Yeah, delaying a restart, whether you do it on a free kick, a throw-in, everything, you are putting yourself in a position to be cautioned.
And if the
referee did.
And if the guy takes a dive and gets you cautioned because of it, then that's fair play. I mean, that's part of the game.
Yeah, and then the second yellow that he got, the guy, it was their left back, Ricketts. According to the SOFA score, he didn't have a good game, but just watching him, he's the one that drew the second yellow. And if you're Sanabria, you got to understand that, okay, I'm on a yellow. I can't be going in to those tackles like that.
But I would say I have less problem with that. The problem is he shouldn't have got a yellow to begin with. And then you can make that poor tackle and then watch what he's going to do going forward. But it's just...
But at the moment, he does have to understand that, yes, he did something dumb. He got a yellow for it. Now he's got to be careful. He can't be putting himself even close to those positions, and he did.
So at what point or at what level, I guess, is any of this Greg Vanney's fault, these red cards? Is the team just doing him dirty, or is he culpable in some way for the performance of this team not being able to stay in matches?
That's a very good question. That's very good. If you look at the 3 that were given, looking at the one that Garces got against Houston, I saw some mixed responses of it wasn't, it looked a little harsh to be a straight red, or by letter of the law, that is a straight red. So 50-50.
I guess the counter argument to that one, we'll go one by one, but the counter argument to that one too is Greg Vanney culpable in that? Is we know Garces is capable of doing some dumb things and getting red cards. He subbed him on at halftime, and he did some dumb things and got a red card.
Yeah.
So at some point, he did make the decision to put him on.
He did.
Okay.
And then the Sanabria one, I think that's lack of discipline, but also lack of... You could say that's about 50-50 player manager.
I think it's 50-50, right? I think it's lack of discipline on some of these yellow cards, lack of discipline in positioning and things that are putting us in bad spots, and that's on coaching.
Yep.
And I think the other 50%, we'll talk about a little later, but the Marcinkowski red card and then Sanabria's red card, I think these players are under a little bit of pressure, and they're trying to play a little bit outside themselves and make those last-minute tackles and save the team and turn the season around. And because of that, they're getting put in some situations where they maybe shouldn't be throwing their bodies in or doing silly things, and that's giving them the next yellow or the straight red.
Yeah, and on the Marcinkowski one, looking at that and looking back at all the play at how it played out, he doesn't need to come out there.
There's no reason that he should. I mean, it's outside the box even.
Yeah.
And he's under pressure. he's being marked. I mean, he would have to do something very special in order to score a goal there.
He was at a tight angle. Mm-hmm. If Marcinkowski just stays where he's supposed to be, he had a guy tracking him back. Whether he was in touching distance or not is a different thing. You know, you can go back and look at the replay. But Glesnes is coming back to defend the middle, and the guy is already out. You know, he's pushed out wide. If you looked at it, you know, it looked like if he had kept going on that path, he's outside the 6, or he's wider than the 6-yard box. So he's not really a shooting threat, or if he is, he's gonna have to do something very special to beat Marcinkowski. With guys coming back, it's like, just stay where you are. So that one,
I think he's trying to turn the season around almost single-handedly.
Yeah.
And there's a couple of players doing that, like these last-ditch tackles. The Garces, he's through. I can't let him score because we need to win this game. Red card. The Sanabria, I'm going in hard because I'm trying to turn this season around for us. Second yellow, red card. The Marcinkowski, he's through. I need to save this. I got to stop all these goals. Red card. And so I think you're seeing some panic, and that's causing to put ourselves in some bad situations, which is resulting in red cards. And I think you're seeing some poor discipline, and that's on the culture and the coaching staff for creating some environment. And we've talked about this. This is not new. We've been harping on when Peck was here, his lack of discipline sometimes. I mean, Peck was getting a yellow every single game. Every game, Peck was like, I'll get a yellow.
Yeah.
Hey, have I got a yellow? Throw me that ball. Here, let me kick it in row Z. What are you going to do, ref? Yellow? Cool, got my yellow.
Yeah, for non
just stupid Paintsel.
Soccer things.
Paintsel's been pretty good this year, but Paintsel also has gotten...
He's good for a couple.
For just talking back to the ref or getting upset, just lack of discipline, you know? And I think maybe all that lack of discipline, it's kind of the perfect storm, and now we're in trouble. I think the coaching staff feels pressure, which in turn means the players are feeling pressure, the organization's feeling pressure. So now they're in this pressure environment plus the lack of discipline, and combine those two, and we have 3 red cards in a row.
Yeah. Do you want to kind of merge both games together?
I think we'll just merge both games and just our takeaways from anything.
Okay, so my big takeaway from both of them, and it started in the San Jose game, is there are too many opportunities that either don't produce a good save from a keeper or just are not even close, like not even on target. Because I couldn't tell you how many times I would watch a Galaxy player hit a shot or strike the ball towards goal and gun the San Jose keeper just kind of just like it was catching practice. And
or I'm in position to put the ball across the face of goal. I'm at an acute angle and I hit the side net.
Oh, that's going to come up when we talk about Paintsel.
Paintsel did that.
I'm gonna take a second to rant about that because that's just bugging me. As I can't even describe it. But also, like Kyogo in a spot that you look at and you go, okay, you know, a striker who's been in these situations, wrap your foot around the ball, get one towards the back post, and if the keeper saves it, he's going to have to produce something miraculous. But he's just been skying them. He hasn't even put something good on target. Still searching for his first goal in MLS, which it's crazy that he's still searching for it because there have been plenty of opportunities where all he had to do is be a striker, and it just hasn't come off for him.
I mean, it's kind of tough the position he finds himself in.
Yeah,
I think. I mean, coming into a team like this, and
but also, you know, you've been playing the position for God knows how long. Like, it doesn't matter who you're playing with or who you're playing against. The situation is the situation is the situation.
And no one wants to say it out loud, but the reality is if you're a striker and you're coming in, the more minutes that go on and you're not scored a goal, it plays on you. It plays on the mentality of the player. And if we keep going game, even if it's just a tap in, it completely turns the momentum around.
It did. And then in the last episode we talked about, one of the YouTube comments was talking about how, you know, Chucky Lozano hasn't played super competitively within the last year, like calendar year or season or whatever it was. He looked pretty dang hungry in that San Jose game.
Who is this?
Chucky Lozano.
I think one of my takeaways is Lozano is bringing something to the Galaxy that they have not had, even under Peck, and that is he appears to be a dribbling threat. You know, he's getting the ball, he's weaving his way through people and beating people, drawing fouls, getting defenders cards in spots where they either have to take it or they thought they could tackle, they could put in a good tackle and they catch them and everything. Right. So that's good.
You can still see, and this falls under, you know, not being clinical enough in front of goal. He had that opportunity to win the game against Montreal and just that extra touch.
How does he not score?
I know. It's
none of that. How does he doesn't even take the shot.
Doesn't get a shot off. No.
And in that key moment, like, oh my gosh, we're gonna win. He's gonna finish this. And I was screaming at my TV. How did he not shoot?
Yeah.
How did he not shoot? My son was like in the other room. He comes running in. What's going on?
Yeah.
I cannot believe he didn't get a shot off.
Yeah. So you can still see there's a little bit of, he's still knocking a little bit of rust off. But overall, I would say it's been a net positive.
I think so.
For Chucky, at least in the last 2 games.
Now, that's still not to say I'm not extremely happy with the decision to bring him on. But so far, not bad. I don't know if it's. Now when it's not like what I mean is like we all would have loved to see Mo Salah's name turn around.
Oh, okay, all right. I thought you were talking about the actual game rather than bringing him into the team. Got it.
Overall disappointed that we have Lozano as our DP currently.
Yes,
but he has brought something different to the team, and I kind of like what he's been bringing.
Yeah, and again with that, it's the decision the front office made. It's the hand we've been dealt. And in the opportunities, the Houston game is a little bit difficult because he's coming on to a team that is already down a man. He's got to, you're asking him to do a lot. So then San Jose, with that being his first start, and just watching him and the combination play, you can tell he hasn't played competitively at that speed for a while. So yes, that is something that'll come with more game time and more game speed. But you can see that it's brought a little bit of that attacking spark, and he's willing to just, hey, you know what? If I lose the ball, I'm going to lose it up near the penalty area, lose it far away from goal, but it's going to be trying to do something that's going to provide goals, assists, things like that.
And to be completely fair to him, it's not his fault the Galaxy signed him.
No.
He's going to do whatever's best for him, and so he moved to the LA Galaxy. So I can't judge him on the move. I can only judge the Galaxy's decision-making. And so far, what he's provided, I think he's done his job as far as what he's supposed to do, except for scoring a goal, which he should do.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Can I take a second to talk about how infuriating Joseph Paintsel is to watch at times?
I love his energy. I love his speed. But man, he can be frustrating at times.
I don't know how many times this has happened throughout the year. These last 2 games have been, at certain times, it's been carbon copies of the same thing. He dribbles, and he gets to like the corner of the 6, and now he's trying to force a ball near post, which he should just lay across goal for someone running in.
Again, that's just symptoms of everyone's trying to force things to turn a season around.
And it's, okay, I'm going to try and blast this into the keeper, save, miss the goal, all this stuff. But you look at it, and it's almost like he gets the ball, and he wants to dribble at people, and he starts without a plan. And then he gets to a certain point, he goes, uh-oh, what am I supposed to do now?
It's almost like someone has never told Paintsel, you're no good at dribbling.
Yeah.
It's honest, right? In order to be a good player, you have to know your weaknesses and your strengths, and you have to play to your strengths. Yeah. He's playing to a weakness many times where he's trying to take, not one, because with one guy, he can use his speed and kind of make something happen with a start and stop or something. And he's trying to take 2-3 guys on. What is he doing? No, that's not his strength. And when he plays that way, he's hurting himself and the team.
Yeah. And he is best when, like you said, one-on-one, when he can just get a guy up to maybe hesitate for a second, push the ball by him, and just run.
And that's perfect. Yeah, do it.
That is his strength. But he feels like now, okay, I gotta take you on. I gotta do something that's not
right. I think
his bag.
His strength is definitely one-on-one, try to use speed, and also being on that back post or being the result of a cross because he's got that burst of speed, that acceleration that puts him in a good spot. And he scored a goal like that.
And that's how he got his goal.
Right? Those are the two things he's good at. And I think, again, this is a symptom of Paintsel trying to be a hero and pull the Galaxy out of this single-handedly. Mm-hmm. And the reality is no one can do that. No one could do that. We have to play to our strengths. We got to stop getting red cards. We got to play as a team. And he's just trying to do too much. Mm-hmm. And he doesn't need to do that.
Yeah, I think where it got most infuriating, and I acted this out in your office the other day, is when he was going one-on-one against Ricketts, and he gets by him, and he's driving to the end line, and he's right almost there, and he stops the ball, and he turns around away from the goal, dribbles back to outside the box, almost to the sideline, and then he made a complete circle and got right back to where he was. And then I can't remember what the end result was, if it was a shot or a cross.
I think he actually got a pretty decent result. I think it was a cross or something.
Yeah, it may have gone out for a corner, but it's just like, wait a second. You had the ball right there. You decided, nah, I don't like it. You made a complete circle, had a guy chasing you to end up back in the same spot to just do what you could have done the first time.
Yeah, he just needs to simplify his game. He needs to and now with some of the pieces, Kyogo, Lozano, mm-hmm. And what's his name coming in? He should just simplify his game.
Yeah.
And just stick to his strengths, right? Taylor looks good.
Yes.
He doesn't need... Paintsel is not with Lozano and Taylor mm-hmm. and Kyogo, who are all decent dribblers on the ball. He doesn't need to do that anymore. I could see maybe with the team we had, and we had, Royce up top, Peck struggling on this side dribbling, the midfield, Winder struggling. I could see saying like, well, I'm just going to try because someone's got to get it done.
Yeah.
But we got people that are decent on the ball right now. Mm-hmm. So just step off and just relax, play simple, get on the wrong side of his defenders.
Which is not hard with how quick he is.
Right. And make some things happen with your strengths instead of trying to do things that...
Yeah.
I honestly question, does he know he's not really good at dribbling? Or does he know he's not really good with his back to goal?
Like, has anybody told him?
If I'm him and I'm checking with my back to goal, I'm already thinking this is not where I want to be, so I'm going to keep it simple. Well, but it seems like he tries to hold people off and turn and do things. And
the checking with his back to goal, if it's to try and draw a defender in and then he's going to turn and run off him, I get that. But it's checking to the ball and then getting the ball.
If someone's playing my feet as I'm coming into sometimes the defensive third or the lower middle third, mm-hmm. I'm thinking I'm getting rid of this ball because this is not where I want to be in the situation I want to be in. Yeah, so Paintsel is just not his strength. Like he just needs to play to his strengths. And I think that's how he's going to find his form, mm-hmm. and he'll start scoring goals. He'll get that Harbor Miller touch in, just things like that, which looks simple, but it really does require his acceleration and his awareness to get on the other side to be there. That guy had no idea he was going to beat him on that cross, right?
No,
and it was just because he's fast, he's quick, he is good at that. It's his strength,
and. Speaking of people who can dribble well, when Robert Taylor came in, I was watching and just seeing him go at guys, and then he actually sat that dude down. Like he had the guy on the ground, and I go, all right, that's pretty fun.
I think Taylor is a good pickup for some depth for sure.
Yes.
And I don't think he's starter level, but when you got to make something happen and you're down, he's got good energy, he's got good mm-hmm. work rate. He looks like he's pretty good on the ball. I mean, if you got to get a goal, he can come in and dribble at people. If you got to defend, he can use his work rate to defend. I think it's a good pickup in terms of depth.
Yeah. Well, and then the big thing is, so Chucky Lozano went 68 minutes, subbed off. Harbor Miller slides up into that midfield spot. John Nelson actually slid or was substituted on into that right back spot. And the combination play between Marco Royce, Justin Hack, and Harbor Miller to get Harbor Miller in for that goal was nice. It was almost like watching the 2024 season.
Okay, I have 2 points of this.
Okay,
one, Harbor Miller, great game. Great games, good player. Duh.
Yeah.
I mean, we've been calling for Harbor Miller to play more minutes forever. And I don't understand the idea that you got to get rid of someone to give someone minutes.
Yeah.
That doesn't make... Whose decision was it to keep playing Yamane? And I got to believe it's only because you're paying him money, so you're playing him. When Harbor Miller is a better player. And we're struggling, and you're just playing the guy because he's
getting paid more.
Because he's getting paid more? Who's making that decision? That's insane.
Yeah.
We've been calling for Harbor Miller to play more minutes all the time, just like we were calling for Cuevas to play more minutes. And Harbor Miller makes mistakes, but he's not going to get better unless he's playing full matches consistently, okay?
Yeah.
The second thing is Greg Vanney subbed on Nelson at right back.
Yes, he did.
Greg Vanney subbed someone on in a second. Like, these guys could play more than one position because I thought there's no way. I've read the Vanney Ball book, and it says left back must play left back. How? We've been calling for the left back to be rotated because we've been struggling, and the answer I thought was going to be the answer from Greg Vanney, if you ever asked him, was, well, I don't like people playing out of positions. We don't have we got to play a left back and left back. I don't want to play Harbor Miller there because he's not a left back. Well, with the game on the line, you put your left back at right back, which means does he or does he not prescribe to that? And I don't know. That shocked me because he put someone out of position, and he could have been doing that for a long time. He could have put Harbor Miller at left back a long time ago.
Yeah.
But Harbor Miller's been on the bench, so Nelson could have a stinker for 2 years in a row, and we had to get rid of Yamane for Harbor Miller to get any minutes.
And with the minutes, the composure he showed when he's getting in, getting the ball down to the byline, not panicking, not taking some wild shot, but the calmness and seeing that Paintsel was making that run across, good hard ball across the face of the goal, and it was rewarded.
One of the things I like to tell players as I coach them is like one of the main things you want to be hard to play against.
Yes.
Right? You could win. There's winning, there's losing, there's ways to do those in tactics, but at its base level, you want people going, man, I really don't want to play that guy or that team. And I think Harbor Miller is the guy that people are like, I really don't want to play against Harbor Miller. His energy, his work rate, his tenacity, he's getting up and down the field. And it took us forever to play the guy. And you play him and bam, right away. Now, here's the next crazy thing. We have a good game in San Jose. We do really well. We get a win people probably aren't counting us to get. Now, I think San Jose rotated their squad heavily too, but it doesn't matter. It's a win. And then we go to Montreal, and we go back to the same old. I don't. Why is Aude starting at San Jose, and then Nelson comes back at Montreal?
I don't know.
Like, there's nothing I can point to. I don't understand. I'm really struggling understanding the decision making.
Yeah.
I don't know why Aude started against San Jose, even though I want him to. I don't know why he did. Because the very next game,
he's not
there. He's not in the starting lineup, and Nelson's back.
Yeah, that's.
And did Nelson need a breather?
In my opinion, and we kind of prescribe to the same type of thing when we're coaching is if you find a lineup that's working, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. The only thing that really needed to be changed was you couldn't play Sanabria because he was suspended.
Right.
So you had to fill that.
You need wins. You go get a win, and then the very next game you don't play the same guys again?
Yeah.
And you can't claim, well, I need to rotate. Because other players are not rotating. Yoshida's the oldest guy in the squad, and he's not rotating.
Right.
Kyogo's brand new, coming from pre-game. He didn't rotate.
Paintsel started.
Painsel's not rotating.
No.
Sanabria's not rotating. I bet you if Royce was available, he would not be rotating.
Right. Justin Hack didn't rotate.
Justin Hack didn't rotate. So you're telling me that Aude had to?
Yeah.
It doesn't make. These are the things that drive me crazy and why it's so hard. Even like you said when the show started, even when we get 4 points out of a possible 6, and you're like, okay, I would take that beforehand. But then you watch the games, it's hard because I'm like, I'm always scratching my head like, what? Why is that guy in now?
Mm-hmm.
What's happening there? Why do we have to sell a player for Harbor Miller to play? Like all these really strange decisions that I just, to me, are baffling, which I think is not good. And you couple that with the fact that stat-wise, we were not supposed to win either of these games.
No.
Or tie.
Yeah, we weren't supposed to come away with a result.
We should have 0 points according to the stats.
Yeah.
And you put those two together, and like I said last show, even when we do well, I'm kind of like, I don't know, man. I mean, the stats aren't there. We're not disciplined. We're getting red cards. Some of the decisions they're making me scratch my head.
Yeah.
So I don't even in semi-good runs, I don't have confidence of the next game.
And realistically, you got to give the team credit because with 10 men at 0-0 came out, showed the grit, showed the determination, the courage to be as forward-thinking as they were and win the game. Now, granted, I'm gonna say this right now, it did come with a lot of luck because if San Jose was on their A game, which they have shown is pretty good, that game should not have been close.
Right, and you might say red card, but I'll tell you this because I got the stats up right now. Red card happened right before halftime.
Yes.
So if it was red, if the stats are skewed because of the red card, well, here's first half stats, which we had a full team for the entire time.
Yes.
0.28 expected goals for the Galaxy to 1.3 expected goals. 1 big chance to 3 big chances. Okay? So even when we had a full team, we were not supposed to be winning that game.
No.
In the second half, which is crazy, it goes to 1.08 expected goals to 1.06. 4 big chances to 1, though, still.
Yeah.
So we weren't supposed to win these games. And we got away with 4 points. And some of the decisions are kind of head-scratching.
Yeah.
So that still has me concerned. It still has me questioning Vanny in several ways. Mm-hmm. 1, I don't understand some of the decisions. And 2, the team discipline seems to be really low.
Yeah.
And that's stemming from him.
And talking about some of the decisions, one of the things we talked about, especially after the San Jose game, was, all right, who plays for Sanabria? Who's going to come in? Who's going to play that position? It ended up being Ruben Ramos Jr. Wait a second.
Well, Chris, you have to have a red card, an injury, or send someone away in order for these young guys to get time.
Okay, and I it's crazy because he was at the U20 CONCACAF Championships. I'm pretty sure he was the joint leading scorer in the championship, in the entire tournament.
Yeah, I think he was tied, yeah.
Okay. Down 1-0. Guess who scored the equalizing goal for the Galaxy to take it to 1-1?
Ruben Ramos Jr.
Ruben Ramos Jr.
And congratulations to him on his first MLS goal.
Now, odds that he plays, forget starting, odds that he plays in the next game.
So this is head scratching, right? Because Greg Vanny's not an idiot. I don't think.
Some people argue that point,
but he has to know, like all coaches know, there's going to come times where you have to play second choice players. You have to. And so you find yourself in a position where you need Ruben Ramos Jr. to play, and you have not done a good job of giving him enough minutes for him to be prepared for that start. You have not. If anything, the U.S. national system prepared him for that start, not the LA Galaxy. So he comes off of lots of minutes with the national team, which probably makes him prepared to play that game. And he didn't play amazing. He got a goal. Congratulations. But he didn't play amazing. But you know what? He's never going to get better because we won't play him.
Yeah. And we had a pretty good comment on our YouTube video from Radio Lex 76. Quote, I mean, we're losing with what Vanny thinks is the best lineup. Might as well try the young guys on the bench and VC players, Ventura County players. Chris is right. It's not like we were fighting relegation. For the love of God, Vanny out. Please, Will Kuntz, before he takes you down with them. Again,
It doesn't make any sense in any world not to play these guys.
And the trying of the young players. And I don't know what the thought process is, but just from looking at how he likes to do things, just from the history, I bet he didn't want to put Ruben Ramos on the bench, but he did because he needed a bench. He needed someone to fill the roster spot. Decided, all right, might as well play him, and it worked. It worked.
Well, we know we have a body of evidence that Ruben Ramos Jr. is capable.
Yes.
Now he hasn't proved it in MLS yet. But he's got to be given chances.
Yeah.
And you know that you knew coming into this season that you are going to have to play Ruben Ramos Jr. at some point.
Mm-hmm.
It's just a fact. People are going to get hurt. People are getting injured. And if you're on the Galaxy, you're going to get a red card. So you're going to need Ruben Ramos Jr. You got to give the guy minutes. It's the same problem with Aude. Do you blame Aude for a mispass after playing 0 minutes over the last 6 games?
Yeah.
I don't know. I think that's harsh. He's getting 0 game time. He's got to come in and perform because you're not giving him any chances. And if your answer is, well, Ashley Cole's playing there, okay. But it's not Ashley Cole, Chris.
No.
It's John Nelson keeping you on the bench, playing 0 minutes in a bad season again. That's insane. Harbor Miller's kept on the bench because Yamane's starting. Not having a great 2 years either. It's not like he's irreplaceable. It's not like you're taking Glesnes off to put a Ventura County player in. That would be stupid. Actually, that might be something Greg Vanney does. Because it's stupid.
Yeah.
Glesnes needs a break, so now we're going to start Rindolph for the first time ever. Why would you do that?
Yeah.
But I don't see that. I can see that happening.
That's not out of the realm of possibility.
But it makes sense. If you're behind Glesnes and you're getting 0 minutes, I think everyone goes, well, that's just a tough spot to be in.
Yeah.
If you're behind Nelson and you're not getting minutes, it's time to question, are you a professional?
Yeah.
How low am I rated that the guy is having these stinkers and I don't get a shot?
Right.
And Aude, young. Cuevas, young. Miller, young. Ruben Ramos Jr., young. Given 0 to no chances in 2 years. For what reason?
I don't know. I really don't know.
That's what I'm saying. This is just head scratching. At this point, we as fans don't know if Ruben Ramos Jr. is even good. We haven't got enough minutes to see him. Why not?
He made the best out of his opportunity, scoring the 1-1 equalizer.
He's doing well. And to your point, you said this a couple episodes ago. We seem to be selling Ventura County players to top division teams.
Yeah.
And we have a center back who's on the youth national teams. And what are the odds? What's his name? And Enrique, I have to look his name up. Don't blame me for not knowing his name because he can't get any time.
Yeah.
Why is he not in the 18? I think he's worn the captain's armband for the national team. So he's trusted at these levels, and it is not out of the realm of responsibility that you hear this guy's gone and he's signed for a Division I team somewhere else.
Yeah.
And meanwhile, I don't mean this to sound disrespectful, but meanwhile, we're starting Yoshida every minute.
Speaking of...
Doesn't make sense.
Speaking of Maya Yoshida, I actually had to scratch my eyes there for a second because I thought I was watching... I thought I was watching a replay of the Cristiano Ronaldo goal against Aston Villa in 2009, that back heel. But no, it was Maya Yoshida getting the ball off a corner and deciding, well, we'll give this a shot, and scoring a phenomenal back heel goal.
What a goal. I think Yoshida is incredible, and I think he deserves a spot on the team. I just think, like we said before, his best years are past, and he just can't play every minute. And to ask him to do so is a little unfair to everyone.
But you know,
by the way, the name is Jose Magana.
Okay.
Plays for the U19 national team. And we have Riley Delgado, U20 national team.
Okay.
Both defenders.
Look for them to be sold to someone who's going to use them in Europe.
Enrique Martinez, U.S. U18 defender. Dylan Vanney. Did we just sell him?
Just got sold.
Yeah. I mean, Ruben Ramos Jr., U20, U.S. national team player. It wouldn't shock me at all to read the news this week that Ruben Ramos Jr. has been sold to Tijuana or something.
Yeah.
It doesn't. How are these guys not getting chances? And if you're telling me, well, they're all center backs. Well, we just put John Nelson at right back. He doesn't have a right foot. He is 100% left foot. I don't think I've ever seen him use this right.
Now I'm very curious.
So
I'm gonna watch.
You think one of these guys is not chomping at the bit to get a chance?
Oh, I would imagine.
Right?
Yeah.
So it's just crazy. The list that we have that we never use, and we keep putting the same players out there.
Yeah. Yeah, but Mayashita scored a worldie of a goal. Beautiful back heel.
If you haven't seen it, go watch it. It's
a great one.
It's a good goal.
But then he kind of, I mentioned to you off camera that he kind of netted out at a net zero, because then the equalizing goal that Montreal scored, he left their golden boot candidate,
who was quiet most of the night.
Yeah, but these top strikers, you don't need too many chances.
That's what those guys do. They lull you to sleep, and then bam, they strike, and you're like,
yeah. And for how good Yoshida is, or how much Greg Vanney likes to say he's our aerial master. He's good in the air. Got beat on the header, 2-2.
Got beat on the header. I have to watch the play back, because there's also the service. How'd the service come in?
Yeah.
Maybe that should have been stopped too. It's not fully his fault, but
no,
it was. And we're down to 10 men at that point.
Yeah.
Kind of a dagger, but
after that, though, now I have to look and see when it actually happened, but here's a big positive from the game. Garces was subbed on to help secure the point or anything, and didn't get sent off. Wow. So it's possible.
Right.
It is possible for him to come on as a substitute and stay on for the rest, or for the remainder of the match.
Now, how many minutes did he play?
I don't know. I would have to see. I would have to see when he was subbed on.
Sorry, I'm on the wrong game. I'm going to check that out, because I'm interested. I don't think it was all that much. He came on in the 82nd minute.
Okay.
So he can play. We have to find out. It's like an experiment. We know he can play 10 minutes without getting a red card.
Well, I don't know, because in the Houston game, he was on for right about 10 minutes when he got sent off.
That's true. And he was also got a red card without being on the field at all. Yeah. So I don't know. More data is required to figure out.
He's turning getting sent off into an art form. For the next time I get sent off, I'm going to do it when I'm not even in the stadium.
Yeah. So
yeah. But anyway, and then we talked about the Chucky Lozano miss that could have won it.
Man,
honestly, I think you give Chucky a little bit more game time with how he's been looking, and he puts that away. But
I would hope so.
Yeah. It'll be an interesting one. There are positives to take from these two games, along with the 4 points. There are positives to look at and say, okay, there's the potential here to get a low playoff seed. You may have to sneak in on the last day. You may have to do something and go on some run, but there's a small possibility.
Let's look at the standings here, since you bring that up. Well, that's really hard to see. So let's zoom in. All right. LA Galaxy is in 12th place, 26 points, and we have 22 games played. That's off your screen, but I can tell you we have 22 games played. The problem is we have more games played than almost everybody else. Mm-hmm. So San Diego's above us. They've played 21. Minnesota above us has played 21. Portland has only played 21. Salt Lake's played 20. So we have more games played than anybody except LAFC.
Yeah.
So, but if you look at the points, I mean, 9th place, which is a playoff spot, all the way to 7th place, which is, of course, a playoff spot, they're only 2 points ahead of us.
Yeah, one win and you jump into a decent playoff spot.
Yes. So that's definitely possible. I mean, we are in the hunt.
Mm-hmm.
The concern is, can we keep winning games by creating very little big chances and very little expected goals?
Yeah.
I don't know. And here's another big question. We have Klaus coming back.
Yes.
Does he make a significant difference in what we're doing?
From what we were talking about at the beginning of this season, and you were watching him and you were watching how even just his work rate and his ability to press high up the field was causing difficulty for opposing back lines. Number one, I don't know how if it will be the same, especially coming off of a foot injury. I don't know if he's going to be a little hesitant. I don't know if he's going to, go and do the same exact thing and then potentially end up injured again. Don't know. But if everything goes back to him being 100% and how he was at the beginning of the year, I do think he can provide some great positivity up front, whether it's him as a solo striker, potentially him and Kyogo as a two-man front.
There's no way I see Greg Vanney running a two-man system. I could see him starting Kyogo out wide in a rotation type thing.
Yeah, but I'm just I'm spitballing here, throwing it out there.
The problem is he changes the dynamic of the lineup because he's a very different player than Kyogo.
Mm-hmm.
And so if we get on a bit of run, he's supposed to be coming back at the end of this month. If we get on a bit of run and we win again, or we take 4 points out of 6 again, and we start developing, and Kyogo's kind of like that dribbling, darting midfielder. Klaus is not that.
Yeah.
So kind of throws a wrench in things.
But they both throw different, like you said, they throw different dynamic at back lines. And then, it could be one of those things where if Kyogo starts, he runs them, and so that they're already tired and everything. And then you bring João Klaus on, who we've seen can run, but then it can also beat him up a little bit.
Right.
Or vice versa.
Even to defend a lead. That'd be great because he's great in the air.
Yeah. Or even
but we have to have a lead going into the...
That's the thing. Or João Klaus starts, beats up the center backs and everything, so they're bumped and bruised, and then you bring Kyogo on, who's just going to dart around them, and they're just like, they're a little beat up.
It could be a good 1-2 punch.
Yeah. Yeah, and so it'll be interesting to see what happens. I've really, really looked at this team throughout the year, and it's just like game by game. Yes, we want to speculate about what's coming up.
We have no idea
exactly
what Greg Vanney's going to do, what the lineup's going to look like. Is another player going to let us down and do something silly? We don't have Marcinkowski next game. So that changes the back line dynamic right there. And this will be interesting because we play San Diego on Saturday, 7:30 p.m. Apple TV. Lozano in his return.
Yeah.
It's got something to prove, right?
Well, and number one, he'll have something to prove. Number two, this is one that's big because San Diego's in that grouping that's ahead of us in that 28-point grouping. So you really want to win on this one because
you kind of, at this point, you need to start picking teams off, and they're right above us.
Are we starting to see a lot of these games as must wins?
I think you must win like a streak of games here in order to give yourself a serious chance. I don't know if this game is a must win, but at some point you got to string 2-3 wins together.
Yes.
If you want to move up the table, you can't lose 2, win 1, tie 1, lose 2, win 1. You've got to string some wins together.
I would even expand on that, and you got to go on some sort of just at least an unbeaten run where the number of wins outranks the number of draws. So if say you want a 7-match unbeaten run, it's got to be like at least 4 wins and then 3 draws or 5 wins.
That would move you so far.
And it would. And I know what based on, the comments they're going to say is, it's very optimistic. Yes, it is very optimistic, but this is what has to be done because the Galaxy did not take care of their business early in the year. Now, this is the type of thing that has to be done.
What needs to happen, the easiest thing to do is LA Galaxy's road record is 3-4-4. LA Galaxy's home record is 3-4-4. It's very easy. Win your home games, and you would be in a different position.
Yeah,
3-4-4 on the road isn't too bad. 3-4-4 at home is terrible. Mm-hmm. If you compare that, Vancouver's home record is 8-2-1.
That's
Houston's
wild.
home record is 7-2-1. LAFC's home record is 7-3-2. Those are the top 3 teams in our conference. Just win your home games. Mm-hmm. Their away record, Houston's away record, 5-5-1. Vancouver's away record, 4-2-3. We're not too far off the home records. LAFC's away record, 3-4-3.
Yeah,
so we're right there with our away record. We've got to do a better job at home. I'm not sure what it is. I don't know why we're 3-4-4 at home. Mm-hmm. That doesn't make a whole lot of sense to me. I mean, teams are traveling. You're home. You got to win your home games. Imagine if you just had 2 more wins at home. If you went 5-3-3 at home, which is not great, 5-3-3 at home puts you into 7th place right now.
Yeah.
I mean, win your home games.
Mm-hmm.
So you go to San Diego. We're in San Diego. I don't think it's a must win. I think home games become must wins. You got to win at home.
Yeah.
And get that streak going.
Okay. All right. Yeah, it's one of those things that, we will see what Vanny decides to do on a game-by-game basis because we got no idea.
In other Galaxy news, Dejan Joveljic has eaten us alive twice, and so he literally changed teams so that he can play us one more time. I mean, what a bastard.
Yeah.
This guy said, I've not had enough of playing against the Galaxy, so I'm now going to force a move and go to Seattle.
Yeah.
And so he just moved to Seattle for like $6 million or something.
That was a crazy fee.
A pretty crazy fee, which makes the Galaxy look a little silly. I mean, He went to the worst team. He went to a team worse than LA and increased his value.
Yeah. Yes.
I mean, imagine if we could have held on to him and sold him for $6-7 million. So now he's going to Seattle, and we play Seattle.
Awesome.
So he will be on the field in a different uniform
again
with something to prove again. So that's pay attention to that storyline coming up.
You know that old chant talking about, can we play you every week?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's Joveljic's whole thing. It's just he's going to bounce.
This guy's getting transfers just to play the Galaxy more times. And by the way, he was on Kansas City, who's the worst team in the West, and he transferred to Seattle, who's the 3rd to worst team in the West. He's not moving up too much. He just wants to play against the Galaxy.
He's just rubbing his hands together, going stat padding.
Yes,
I'm just going to do this.
Exactly. Who do the Galaxy play? Who could I move to? All right. So he's now a Seattle player. So following former G's, good for him, I guess. That's a much better situation than the Kansas City situation. Seattle, not great, but they have a lot of investment, and they're a team that expects more of themselves. So you're going to a bigger market and a team that expects to do more things.
For Seattle, they're just looking at this as a down year. If injuries, I haven't been keeping up with them obviously, but if injuries happen at the wrong time, and it's difficult to keep players on the field. This may be them chalking it up. We're going to have, it's our one bad year, and then I guarantee they'll be top 3-4 next year.
They do have a better home record than LA Galaxy.
Yeah.
As does Austin, who's beneath us too.
So. Yeah. Well, we obviously have been mentioning how it's a game-by-game basis. We don't know what Vanny's going to do. We talked about things that Vanny has done that are a little head-scratching. One comment on Reddit, Stunning Buddy 7921. You guys are talking stuff a good to great coach does. Vanny is neither. He is a mediocre coach.
Well, I mean, I understand the comment. That's Chris's. I mean, you just said what Chris says. That's Chris's. That's basically Chris talking right there. Stunning Buddy. Are you Stunning Buddy 7921?
No, I am not. I am not.
But I mean, just to ground this, we're just sitting here. We're just fans.
Yeah.
So to think that's what the most concerning thing is, right? I mean, and if you listen to other people and other podcasts and other people following the Galaxy, they're kind of saying the same things we're saying. Mm-hmm. So I don't know what Vanny's watching. I don't know.
I don't.
Or his decisions are strange. Yeah.
Yep. Well, and that goes to what Full Ad 4879 said. He said, "Great podcast, guys. Thank you. At this point, every single supporter sees what is going on and who most of the blame goes to, but yet the one guy that needs to see it just doesn't seem to care to see it. Vanny needs to go. When a coach starts to blame everything but himself or the players, it's time for the coach to be given a pink slip."
Yeah, I mean, it's hard to argue. The results have not been there for 2 years.
No.
And like we talked about last podcast, it's been 2 years, and last year you can give them a little bit of a pass because they were trying to maybe survive, but the investment this year has been heavy.
Yes.
And so to go out, and I'm assuming Kuntz is talking to Vanny, what do you need? Who are you thinking? Where do you want to strengthen? And to be strengthening and still not really see much improvement, that's got to fall on the. It's got to fall somewhere. And you can't, like the old adage, you can't fire all the players, so you fire the coach.
Yeah, and we've both been in positions, we've both been around this game long enough that sometimes just a different voice is needed. Just forget, obviously on a macro scale, you're talking new manager coming in for full seasons and everything. But at times when we've coached together, sometimes it's like, hey, you know what? They've just been hearing my voice all game. You go do the halftime talk.
Yeah, sure.
It's just something
what's crazy,
different.
If we've been around the game and around clubs and around organizations enough to where we've seen people get fired from amateur soccer for having these results.
Yeah.
So it's just crazy that at the top level you can go this long and struggle this bad and still have a job, because I feel like if a local club was investing this much and had these players and was finding these players and giving money to families to get them to play on these teams, the coach would have been fired.
Yeah.
100%. It's just weird.
Yeah.
It is what it is. I mean, we can't make sense of it.
Yeah, and I think this comment from eSuper1 was talking about when you mentioned that about the Winder injury, us being a little fragile. He said, "I don't know about fragile. I think we are underprepared. We are unprepared. At least that's what I see with an injury. With an injury, with travel, with altitude, with weather, with any sense of adaptive tactics given any opponent. Just unprepared." And to reiterate the point you guys make, that's Vanny's job. That's this coaching staff's job to have this team prepared.
Well, I think to have the mindset of struggling and being successful through adversity is something the team just doesn't appear to have. And Vanny doesn't appear to be able to manage the adversity of situations. We know it sucks to travel, to be away from home, to play in the heat. Everyone knows that. But you know what? The job's the same. You got to win games. None of that matters. And the more for me, as a former player and a coach, the more you let that enter your mind and your players' minds, the worse they're going to play, because they have an excuse every time. If you go out and say, the refs suck and they're going to ruin this game, now every kid has an opportunity to be like, well, we could have won. The refs suck. No. You got to find a way to be successful with those refs. I don't care if they suck. Figure out a way to win the game. I don't care about the travel or the humidity or anything. We got to find ways to win, period. And to keep talking about it and coming up with excuses and to let this even enter the storyline of what is wrong or what's going on the field, I think is just, it's a poor decision, I feel like.
And to your point about adversity, obviously going down to San Jose, and having to play that entire second half a man down, and coming out of it. That's a great step forward in the dealing with adversity part and overcoming it. Almost having the winner with 10 men again. And yeah, you came away with a point, but it's still like, there's still good progress to stand on, at least from that side of things.
Yeah.
So whether that's Vanny telling the players or the players just going, you know what, we've had enough of this. Like, we just got to find a way to win it.
Well, I do think they're playing more aggressive as the red cards are showing and as some of the effort showing, because I think they're feeling the pressure of these this last stretch here where they got to get wins.
Yeah.
And so they're pressing a little harder, and it makes they look a little better.
Yeah.
They look a little better. So
yeah. And I think, and the last point I want to make is in terms of Vanny's job, we talked about it a couple of times. He's not coaching with confidence. It looks like he's coaching not to lose rather than to win.
I've said that for a long time.
Yeah.
It does seem like he makes decisions. He makes very safe decisions.
Yeah.
Because he doesn't want to mix it up too much and lose games because he's mixing things up. So he goes with very safe decisions. And at this point, he can't afford to right now. No. So we'll see. We got Roberto coming in. I don't know. I have no idea how he's going to look, what shape he's in. So
no, the big thing is there was a video online of him landing in LAX on Saturday. So I would imagine he's been with the team since they returned from Montreal, training with them. That's just an assumption.
He might make a cameo. It depends how Saturday goes.
Yeah.
I can see him making a cameo, but we'll see. I don't know what to expect from him at all. I really just have no idea where he's at as a player right now in his career.
So going into Saturday's game, what would you like your starting lineup to look like?
Glesnes, Yoshida, Aude, Harbor Miller, Hack. I'm assuming Royce will be back. It's fairly local. I'm not sure what the situation is with his family right now. Ooh. I mean, I guess you go Ruben Ramos Jr. I don't know who. Parente or Ruben Ramos Jr. If Royce is back, I guess I go Parente. Lozano, Paintsel, Kyogo.
Okay. Yeah, I can go with that.
I think we're going to see Nelson. Everything else, I think we'll see. I think he will start Parente because Parente can play more of that 8/double pivot. And Ruben Ramos Jr., I don't think can do that very well.
Okay.
And so with Royce there, he's just going to be stuck behind Royce. But I do think he should get a chance to come in.
So you think he would go with Parente over now that Sanabria is done with his?
Oh, is Sanabria back? That's right.
It was a double yellow.
He goes to Sanabria.
Yeah,
he goes to Sanabria. The Reds are running together for me here.
Yeah,
Sanabria's back, so he goes with Sanabria.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, that's easier.
Does Ruben Ramos Jr. make the bench?
Yes.
Okay.
I mean, he has to, right?
Well, we think he has to.
I mean, otherwise he might be sold. So who knows? Who knows? All right. Well, we play Saturday, Apple TV. Watch it, 7:30 p.m. Root us on, cheer, scratch your head. I don't know. Be prepared for who's going to get the next red card. We can't predict it. It could be anybody. So
we are going for that record. So someone's got to get it.
Someone's got to get it for sure. All right. Well, thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. As always, thanks for leaving those comments. We appreciate it. We like the feedback. And we'll see you guys next week.
Yeah.
Have a good week, guys.
See you guys.